A lot of people have been going through it lately, myself included. And if we're going to talk about the shadow in particular, the shadow is the part of yourself that you deny or disown, maybe from trauma or something in childhood. And I'm a really big advocate on that. It's not easy work, but my partner and I are really big on it. We also have a podcast called Shadow Work is Sexy. So it's kind of like ingrained in our DNA that we are going to be doing shadow work, whether we like it or not. But the thing that I realize is that even though I do consciously do this work, there are parts of ourselves that consciously shut down because, we have responsibilities, we have work. So we're like, oh, I'll deal with that later. And then it blows up in your face. But it blowing up in your face is not always a bad thing, because even though it can be more intense and painful, it's showing you like, look at me, accept me, integrate me. Literally, that's what your shadows, the parts of yourself that you deny, are begging you to do, but it's not easy. And I realized yesterday, like, observing and understanding is the first step. Like, obviously, like, we all have shadows, we all have wounds, we all have things that we don't particularly like about ourselves. Maybe we deny. But the biggest part really is acceptance. The more you fight, the more you try to suppress something, the more you try to avoid a situation or an emotion, it's just going to keep coming back even bigger. But what I realize is if you take responsibility for your life, and that means your emotions, that means the role you play in your own suffering, that means your responsibility, your role, your legacy, your career, your relationship. Once you become the observer, you stop talking so much, you listen, you figure out what's going on, you start to see it. You just keep showing up anyways, no matter how hard it gets. Eventually, you reach a place of acceptance, and that acceptance actually sets you free. And once you've hit that acceptance, you'll notice things start to shift in a positive way. You'll have more opportunities that feel more aligned. You'll surround yourself with people that match your vibration. It'll all change. And I never really realized this until I went through my own shit and I refused to look at it. The cool thing about shadow work is even if you refuse to look at it, it'll always find you. The work is always there. It'll never go away. You can't escape it. I'm not saying this to be scary. I'm saying this to be real. Don't worry so much about doing the work. The work will find you. And how do you handle the work? You understand what it's trying to tell you. And then you come to terms with it. You find acceptance. And acceptance brings peace, because instead of trying to push something away, you're allowing it. And allowing it gives you a chance to understand what it's trying to tell you and what it means. So the peace that you're seeking is in the work you're refusing to do. But again, don't let that discourage you. It'll always be there for you whenever you're ready. Sending you so much love. I know it's not easy, but you are worthy. You are worth it.